Welcome back to Y.E.S Fitness Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I'm Chris Borda, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. Just got to bear with me a little bit today because Facebook has decided to change things on us. How unusual.
Unusual.
Always changing something. So things are popping up that I haven't seen before. Not on my glasses on, so I can't see what they are. But anyway, owner of Y.E.S Fitness, and today I have a superstar with us. We have Angie. She's been with us now
Since March?
since March.
I think, since March.
May, June, July, August.
Almost 6 months.
Almost 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Almost.
Almost.
Early March.
We're going to talk about what it's like to be a member here at Y.E.S Fitness.
Okay.
So thanks for coming on board. But before we do that, I have a little bit of housekeeping. And if you haven't heard, if you haven't noticed, if you're on Facebook and you haven't seen this yet, I can't imagine why not, because we're all over the place with this. But we're going to run our most successful program that we've run in our 23 years of existence.
Okay.
It's our best program ever. It's our drop 2 sizes in 8 weeks.
That's why Chris invited me today.
It's a subtle hint.
Okay, I got that.
I don't think weight loss was one of your goals, was it?
Well,
not like one of your
perhaps
major
I should
goals.
be rewriting the paper.
But it says I need to do something.
It says, okay.
It's telling me that
Too low.
my FPS is low.
Okay.
Please set the frame per second at 15 to 60 seconds.
Okay.
Let's see what that means.
We can do that.
We're going to just check that out. I don't think we're going to do that right now because there's a lot to read here.
It's a lot to read.
So our frames per second is going to be a little slower, a little bit fast. Whatever it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Let's get back to D2S. So D2S is our most successful program. It's run actually worldwide.
Okay.
The person who wrote that program, Rachel Cosgrove, is our business coach. So we have privy to special things in the program. And in just 8 weeks, you can take a pair of jeans that you didn't fit, literally couldn't button it all, and button them. Sounds pretty cool,
That
huh?
sounds pretty cool.
You know, when I first ran the program, I was pretty nervous. This is years ago. I was like, ugh, this seems like scary. How am I going to guarantee this? But I can tell you, every single person that does what we tell them to do, and it's not crazy stuff because we want to be able to continue to do this when it's all done, they do it. It happens.
Okay. I'm interested.
You're interested.
We'll see.
You're interested. And now...
Then I'll have to come back on when I'm only just a
don't
shadow
worry,
of my
you
former
would.
self. That'll be what I'll do.
Exactly, a shadow.
Okay.
Well, we'll get a little interview at the end when it all
Okay.
fits. That's what we got out there splurging all over the place right now. We're throwing all kinds of Facebook ads and stuff. But it's interesting. It's there's exercise involved, of course. There's some nutrition involved. There's hydration, stress relief, recovery, all the things that's necessary to really get you going in the right direction. We have a kickoff seminar. So I'm going to invite you to right now.
Okay.
'cause you've
Invite
probably
me
been
to
invited
right
before,
now.
you don't know.
Okay.
September 14th at 6:30 p.m. right here at Y.E.S Fitness.
Okay.
Going to come on in and I'm going to share all the secrets, what you got to do to make this happen.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested, you can message us right here on Facebook. You can leave a comment at any one of our posts. You can call us at 860-673-4293. 860-673-4293, or you can stop on by and we'll tell you all about it. So,
Okay.
again, it's the most successful program we've ever run. We've run it multiple times, and people love it. I had a lot of clients asking me for it coming out of COVID. You know, the average weight gain in
Don't say it.
2020 was close to 20 pounds.
Wow.
1.8 pounds a week
Mm-hmm.
was the average weight gain.
Yeah.
So
Not surprised.
it's not surprising.
Not
I'm not
surprised.
alone. I mean, a
Not
lot of
surprised.
people, even myself.
Yep.
Well, mine was more because of an injury, but yeah, it was a tough time. So, excuse me. I want to thank you for coming on board today, ladies.
You're welcome.
This is going to be fun. You're a
You're
client, a
welcome.
fun client to coach,
I'm
and
excited.
we're going to tell you a story.
Okay. Tell my story.
Tell you a
Your
story.
story,
So
all
let me
right.
say this. What were the problems you were having before you joined Y.E.S Fitness?
Before I joined Y.E.S Fitness, interestingly, it was post-COVID, so probably some of it was enmeshed in that mess.
Yeah.
However, I had not been to the gym in many years. When I say years, I'm going to say probably close to 20 years. I would do things on my own. I would
You
walk.
used to
I
go to the
would
gym when
garden.
you were 10 years old?
I did when I was 10. It was so much cheaper then too. Anyway, I hadn't been in years, and then a lot of my work it kept me very busy, very active, in the car, out of the car, setting things up, etc. And then COVID hit. So then we had that combination of then pretty much a year and a half of just almost sitting all the time. And at the same time, I wasn't really getting any younger. So I think what I started to just feel was not only certainly that mild weight gain, which maybe was not so mild, a little bit of mild weight gain, but more of what it was just a complete, what I felt like was a lack of stamina, a lack of energy, a lack of tone. And I just started to feel unhealthy is really, I think, what drove me to it. And I had seen, because I live in the area, I had seen this sign for years and years and kind of thought, I should check that out sometime. So I went online and I looked at it, and it just felt comfortable and intriguing from the start. So that's when I made my appointment with you, and those were my goals. I think that's what it was. I said I wanted to have more energy, I wanted to feel more fit, and I wanted to just have more strength, and I did not have any when I first came.
What did those frustrations feel like? Were you trying to solve those problems over COVID, or you just...
I wasn't. The frustrations were just stress. It was stress because I could feel it happening, and then I was angry with myself for not doing anything about it. And I think at a certain point I was just like, well, I can continue to not do anything about it, or I can take a step to try to figure it out. And that's when I came.
Now, you said that you'd gone to the gyms in your previous life.
In my yes.
What kind of, you don't have to donate in a gym, but
Sure.
What kind of gym? What did you do?
Sure,
What kind
I
of
did
stuff
like
you
a
do?
basic gym where I would go in and I would do treadmill, and I would do the bike, and I would do elliptical, and I would do a series of machines, but I did it all on my own. I mean, basic guidance when you first went in.
Yeah.
But then I kind of did it on my own, and as I said, 20 years ago, I could manage a lot of that on my own, quite honestly, and I would do it pretty religiously. Then I did spinning for a long time, and I really liked spinning. I loved spinning. It's a good way to lose some pant sizes too.
Oh,
It
well,
works.
get some bikes.
It gets some bikes.
Get
No,
some
I'm really
bikes.
kidding. It worked. It worked for me, and I was really committed to that. But in each of those experiences, what I found was I did not have the kind of support or expert coaching and knowledge that I have here. I've had numerous surgeries, a couple of back surgeries, a hip replacement. I'm really basically falling apart. No, I'm only kidding. But so I also, after that 20-year period, knew that I really needed to be really careful. I wanted to be mindful about what I was doing. I wanted to be really careful that I was doing the right things and not causing any more damage. And so those things became more prevalent in my mind as I got older, and realizing I needed to be more cautious.
So you saw us in town all those years.
Yep.
Why did you decide at that point to give us a shot?
My work schedule also changed a little bit. It became a little bit more flexible, so it gave me more time to do it. And so I have found that I have really made that commitment to setting it into my schedule religiously.
Can you take us to the moment where you felt like we were actually solving some of your problems?
I think when I could start to come for each session and not be as sore, number one, because I was sore in the beginning. I'll be honest, I was sore. I had no strength. I had very little stamina, and so it took a lot of gumption for me to keep coming, but I did. And I think when I started to realize that the pain that I was feeling was a good pain, and pain is too strong of a word. It was that muscle soreness that said, it's like I felt like my muscles were waking up. Muscles I, as they say, didn't realize you even still had. I'm serious, but I felt like my muscles are waking up, and it felt like a good soreness, and I felt more energy. And then I found myself being mentally very committed to saying, okay, let me schedule my next 3 for next week or the week after, so that I knew that I had made the mental commitment
Right.
to this program.
And you're busy. Your schedule's busy. I mean,
And
we're
my
always
schedule
looking
is
through that
very
book,
busy.
figuring out when
My
and
schedule
where to
is
do
busy,
that,
and I
right.
have to make adjustments, but I'm really committed to trying to come 3 times a week. Sometimes it's twice, and I don't get all worked up about that. I just say, okay, I'll get back to it, and let's make sure it's 3 times next week or whatever. So
I mean, consistency, that's most.
That's it.
Like in everything,
Mhm.
that's most important, one of the most important things. So I'm not going to embarrass you here.
don't embarrass me.
I'm not going to embarrass you.
I've embarrassed
But-
myself here quite. I'm all on my own.
Your very first workout. Now, I think we started you off at what I thought was a low level. And we had a little incident that I didn't think you'd come back after that.
I know you didn't. Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah, I had trouble managing even some of the simplest
The simplest of things.
or the least stressful kind of body stressful things, and that was a real wake-up call for me, because what it said to me was, aside from being embarrassed that I couldn't manage a bunch of things, it was the wake-up call that said to me, this is an investment in myself. This is serious. I can leave and not come back and say, and then feel like I had failed at something, number one, but it wasn't about failure. It was about the recognition that this was a wake-up call that I needed to get stronger. That's what it was. It was about my health.
We did a very, very, very basic exercise, and you weren't able to perform it.
Right.
And not long after that, you were able to do it.
Right.
I mean,
Not long after.
I mean, I was like,
Right.
I think I actually remember saying, do you remember? It
Yeah.
might have been 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
you remember 2 weeks
Do you
ago
remember
what
you
happened?
stood on this? Yeah.
You stood on it, you weren't able
Yeah.
to do this. Yeah. I mean, that was
Right.
fast.
So, and I do feel, as much as I feel like I started really from behind, I feel like my progress has been, with a few little bumps here or there, but relatively straightforward. Yeah. And I'm moving forward, and I feel a great sense of accomplishment when I know the weight has been upped a little, or the reps have been upped a little, or a new exercise, and I'm able to do it.
And you're not sore anymore.
I'm
Not
not
really
as sore
sore,
anymore.
right?
I'm not as sore anymore. Nope, absolutely not.
And you've overcome some mild injuries.
Yeah.
Mild injuries.
Little
continue.
minor setbacks, which
Yeah,
I think
setbacks.
kind of go with the territory.
We're
Right.
over 40.
I'm not 24
You're
anymore.
gonna get there
Yeah.
soon. Well, once you
Yeah, I'm going to get over
40
40 soon.
you-
Soon I'm going to get over 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm always so proud of the people that overcome this stuff, because it's so simple not to walk through our door. It's so easy
Yep.
to stay home. It's so easy to say, you know what, I can't do that. And I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but you've accomplished a lot in 6 months already.
I feel that way. And I remember asking you, I remember saying to you, that after that first day, did you think I was going to come back? And you said, no, I
No
didn't.
way.
No, I
No.
didn't. You thought, oh, there goes one. There goes another one.
And then, like just in retrospect, because like every time you come in, we ask how you feeling,
Right.
how was your last workout when you leave, how was your workout? So we're always, evaluating
Right.
and assessing where we're at. And I've been doing this a long time,
Right.
and I think I have a pretty good feel for when somebody comes in the door, where we need to be at, and
Right.
it wasn't right.
And I think that's probably what sets this apart. That's what makes this different, is that the amount of support and the amount of expertise where, if you ask, or any of the trainers, if anybody asks, how are you? Is something bothering you? At the ready, you're able to adapt that and change it to something that doesn't say go home. It says, okay, let's do something different, so that you're still accomplishing something, you're still strengthening, you're still doing what you need to do, but in a safe way.
So tell us what it's like to have a community of support rather than just going to a regular gym.
Yeah, this is a very small place. It's feels almost sort of like a family, like people know each other. So certainly from Chris, and the support's been incredible, because like I said, this was a long way back for me to get to this point. Everybody here is really supportive. So any of the other trainers, and the other members, people.
Yeah, because
I come at a set time pretty much, and so
Yeah.
you and then when someone's not here, you're like, well, hey, where's my bud? Where's my bud? So, and that's meaningful because you can tell that people are here for the same reason. They're here about their health, and so it matters.
it's funny because sometimes you come in the afternoon
Hmm.
with the boys.
The boys, yeah, I hear them in there now. I'm a morning person. Morning is better.
And
But
when I
that's
release
okay.
you today, you're gonna get your workout.
I know,
with the
I know,
boys.
with the fellas, yeah. But even, again, even seeing different people at a different time,
Mhm.
so welcoming. Everybody's, really welcoming and supportive, and I really like the reminders that I get. I know not everybody relies on those. I don't rely on them, but I still use the old-fashioned calendar. I do, but when I get that
That's
email,
smart.
it's like, got that, confirm, I'm in.
We fixed the email today.
Oh, okay.
You will be receiving other emails now.
I'll be receiving my podcast.
Yes,
I
you
won't be
will.
looking at that.
1 week from Friday.
Okay, great. I'll be older then. Oh, I'll be younger then on tape. That'll be good. That'll be so good.
Tell us what it looks like now that your problems are starting to be solved.
I feel like this has been woven into part of the fabric of my life. That's what I mean. I feel like I know what I have to do. I build other things around it now because it's very easy to not make this part of your day if you don't make it a concentrated effort and commitment. And I feel like I have made it that commitment. So I am usually 2 weeks ahead working on my schedule. And I feel if for some reason I can't come or I have to miss a session, I regret that now. I feel like, oh, I wish, some days I
It's
say,
weird, isn't it?
it's a little bit weird. Yeah.
Like
I mean,
missed
and I'll be honest, there are
don't
some mornings
exercise
when I
today.
walk in and I say, or I'm on my way and I'm like, do I really want to do this today? And it takes a lot of energy to get yourself here, but without question, almost always when you leave, it's just such a sense of accomplishment. So,
What's your favorite exercise?
I like the metabolic.
You do
I
like the
like
metabolic.
that
Yeah,
routine
yeah,
on my
yeah.
own, and
I obviously need to change it then.
apparently, yeah, I've learned to don't ever tell them anything's easy here. If you tell them it's easy, you're in such trouble. No, I'm kidding. But I like that I'm able to master that on my
Yeah.
own, and
You
it's
have been able
fast
to do that,
paced,
right.
and there's music. I mean, I like that. It goes quickly, and I like feeling like I'm using my heart. And I remember asking you that when I first came in, I don't see a lot of machines.
Yeah.
And I used to walk on the machines, and I used to do the elliptical, and I did all that stuff, and I really took to heart what you said, which was, why come here to walk? Like, you could walk anywhere. You can still get your heart rate up and do other things and still work other parts of your body. And that's what I sense when I'm in there, is that I definitely feel like my heart rate is up, but I also feel like I'm doing other things. And, I don't know, I like that.
It's been good. Well, we like to try to put a sense of not just accomplishment, but what's the word I'm thinking of? Empowerment.
Mhm.
We want
Yeah.
to empower
Mhm.
you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when we're in here lifting, I mean, I can tell you what to do, and you just kind of just do it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know? So if you went on
Mhm.
vacation or God forbid we were shut down again, and you had to work out at home,
Mhm.
you would be able to do that because
Right.
you know now.
I know some of the
you know
thi- yeah.
some of the stuff.
Yep.
You know some of the vernacular that
Yep.
we use, and it's that empowerment. It's not just to come in, and you're not just a wet noodle coming in here working out and going home.
Yep.
We're getting you to feel just. Not just feel good, but feel better about
Well,
yourself.
yeah, it's like
who
almost a
you
sense
are.
of
So,
mastery.
yeah,
That, like, I've
absolutely.
learned a new
Yeah.
language in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I can read the board, and sometimes I have to go, wait a second, okay, quadruped, got that 4. So I
Mhm.
work it through and take the
Yeah,
steps, and,
yeah.
and so I feel good that I'm learning some of that terminology, and I know what I need to do. And you can tell me a couple of things ahead now, and I'm like, okay, I got this. You can go do something else, and
Yeah.
I'm able to do this on my
That's
own.
important because in our system, and you do this with your metabolic a lot.
Mhm.
We have the tablets now. Your workouts right on the
Mhm.
tablet. You go to the tablet, pick it up,
Mhm.
figure out what you got to do. People come in and do their own workouts on their own. They do what we're telling them to do. For some reason, we couldn't fit them into the schedule correctly. And it might be, I don't know, 5 o'clock on Monday night. It's not a coach here, so they just come in,
Mhm.
turn the tablet on, go
Do
through
their
their
thing.
workouts. If they have
Mhm.
any questions, they come on over, grab the coach, and do it. And it's got to be a great feeling to be able to do that, because if not, he's just going to go in the gym and go around in a circle.
Right. And I think
Right.
that's kind of what I used to do. I used to just kind of do basically the same thing all the time, and I would do 3 of those and 6 of these, and I would leave. And it wasn't awful. And again, 20 years ago, my body was different. My health
Oh,
status
yes.
was different. 30 years ago, my body was different. My health status was different. I could manage some of that stuff. And you know, it wasn't all bad. You know, it worked to some degree.
Yeah.
But I'm in a very different place now. And so this has been it's been a really it's been a really valuable thing for me. I
Good.
feel healthier, I feel stronger, I feel very comfortable. I can just kind of come in and
Get to it.
do my thing.
So what would you tell someone who might be on the fence about checking us out?
I would say I think you really need to ask yourself, what is it you're hoping? Like, how are you feeling about yourself? And really honestly answer those questions. And when I did that, what I realized was that, you know, I was starting to cut back a little bit with work. I'm not retired. I wasn't ready to retire. I'm not ready to retire. But what I kind of coined in my mind was this sense of I was launching myself onto a wellness plan, and this is part of a wellness plan. And I think this is about being healthier and being stronger, and it's an investment in yourself. And like with anything, if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of the rest of what's going on around us. And so I think not only physically, I think just mentally, it's helped me quite a bit to just feel more confident, more balanced. You know, it's a time to really set aside for yourself in almost, I mean, it's much busier than mindfulness. It's not like sitting with a mindful exercise, but in some ways it sort of is, because you're in your own space and it's an investment in yourself, and you're making that commitment to set aside time for you. And I think very few of us do enough of that.
Especially in the Northeast.
And we get busier, and whether you're, you know, a mom with young kids and trying to balance all of that, or you're balancing work and everything else that goes on, we can get ourselves on that treadmill and just keep going, and it will catch up with you at some point. So I think that's where I was. I felt like it was really catching up with me, and I was like, I need to do something for me. I need to designate some time for me, and so this was a good thing to do.
Yeah.
It was a good thing to do.
It's pretty easy to try us out.
Mhm.
You just come on board for 30 days.
Yeah, try it. I was amazed, and by the end of the 30 days, there was no question in my mind that this was a good fit for me.
Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, we love training. It's a lot of
Well, it's
fun.
fun.
You're a lot of fun.
I enjoy it.
We
I-
love seeing the gains that you have made. You know, a lot of times exercise is just put with, oh, how much weight am I gonna lose? You can lose some weight, but that's about nutrition.
Right.
And we take care of that stuff. But just your movement, the way you can move, and how stronger you are now, and your confidence, it's all stuff that, you know, we see
Right.
people grow that way. And it makes us feel good as coaches, because that's why we're here. We're here to
Well-
just help people get better.
Well, you can see that I think anybody that I've seen here feels the same way, or
Yeah.
similarly. I can't speak for them, but I can sense that they feel as comfortable when they come in and supportive to others. You can't be supportive to others if you're not feeling comfortable and confident yourself. And so I think that's why that culture, you feel that as a culture.
Terry was looking for you.
I was looking for her.
Yeah. She'll
my
be here
butt.
Thursday. Are you back here Thursday?
No.
I don't think so.
Not Thursday, off this week. I had to do Hollywood, you know, I had to fit all this in.
Okay, well,
All right.
again, I appreciate you
You're
taking
so
the
welcome,
time.
Chris. I
We,
appreciate everything that's
really
happened.
enjoy coaching you, taking
Awesome.
the time to share this. Hopefully, you can, whether you're working out with us, you're working out somewhere else, that you know, really, like she said, look inside, see what you're looking for, see who you want to really be, because you can do it. It can be done. It's as hard as we try.
It's hard, and
You
it's
know,
easy to get discouraged.
very easy to
It's
get
very,
discouraged.
it's very easy to get discouraged, or it's even easier to not start. It's easier just to not even start, and that's what I did for a long time. Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I should do that, and then finally, I just again post-COVID hit that point where I said I have to take better care of myself. So that's it.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
I hope this helped inspire someone. I know it inspires me every day to help people like you.
Yeah, come in the morning. It's fun in the
Morning
morning.
fun.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. All right. Well,
Thank
that's
you.
what we got for you today. Thank you. Thanks for watching us. I hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you again next Tuesday, where we give you more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Have a great evening.
did it.